Well, the murderous paedophile ring uncovered in a Plettenburg Bay home has thrown child pornography, sexual exploitation of the youth and sexual abuse back into the spotlight. But the suspect linked to child pornography involving the distribution of images of babies being sexually assaulted could soon be out on custody. The 37-year-old computer engineer appeared in the Magistrate's court after he was arrested at a luxury Ocean View home by South African and Belgian police. Bail was set at 10,000 rand. And the matter has been postponed to April 22nd for further investigation. Mr. Iyavar Chetty is the Kids Internet Safety Alliance, or KINSA, Africa Director, and is often quoted as the country's foremost expert on child pornography and child safety on the internet. Good afternoon, Mr. Chetty, and thank you for your time on SABC News.
Good afternoon. I'm happy that I'm here.
Tell us, this is a horrendous swoop in Plettenburg Bay. These malicious crimes against children happening with alarming frequency. What is the scope and extent of the scourge against our children in the country right now?
It is difficult, in fact, because there is problems as what you call the dark side of the net, which is very difficult to identify. So, and also the other problem is that the identification of child pornography on computers is based on what's in the database of Interpol, and it might not, in fact, refer to images that have been sent out today or yesterday. More than a dozen images are sent out daily. But there is a growth, an exponential growth of child pornography in South Africa. In 2011, KINSA, in fact, did a survey and discovered or identified over 9,000 computers in South Africa with child pornography offenses of over 130,000. The other thing that one should remember is that in 2006, Jerry Ropolato made a survey of internet porn statistics, and he was able to come to the conclusion that more than $3,000 are spent every second of every day by people watching pornography, which includes child pornography, and more than 28,000 people are watching pornography every second of every day, and that pornography made, and that includes child pornography, made over 96 billion rands in that year. Now the question is that relevant to South Africa? Well, the other survey that they came to the conclusion was that South Africa was leading the world in the use of the search keyword porn on global search engines. Now,
those stats, Mr. Chetty, are indeed frightening, to say the least. You've spoken about the exponential growth of online sexual abuse and exploitation of our minors. Tell us the impact this is having on our society at large, or our social environment.
I think it's really moving our social environment, moving our social history towards being nothing more than a catalogue of the sexual abuse of children. And I really believe that, you know, if people remember that apartheid includes sexual segregation and discrimination, not just grounds of on race.
Yes.
So that allowing the sexual abuse of children, allowing segregation and discrimination from the equality of all rights that children have, is leading us towards being a child apartheid state.
All right. In the case of the Plettenburg Bay suspect, he's been granted bail of 10,000 rand. He can pay that bail and then go out there, cover his track, and even alert other perpetrators. Are our courts failing our children dismally, or is there proper legislation in place and it's just a problem of implementation? There
is proper legislation. In fact, South Africa was recognized as one of only 5 countries that meets all the requirements for effective and appropriate response to the online sexual abuse and exploitation of children. But the problem is, as you said, the implementation of our laws. Bail is not the problem. The problem is the amount and conditions. And I think that a condition like that any person who is being investigated or charged with offenses related to children, one of the conditions should be that he is not allowed to be closer than 100 meters to a child or to an area where children are, like child schools, and also that he should not be allowed access to computers and mobile phones to continue what he's doing.
Yes.
So that it's the amount
Chetty,
and the conditions.
Mr. Chetty, I do apologize. We'll have to interrupt you there and pick up on our conversation a little bit later on in the bulletin.